Good afternoon and welcome to today's Tier 1 race in Australia, where first we have short qualifying. 90 drivers, very strong attendance today from the Tier 1s. Got a few reserves in, and maybe even one or two Tier 2s standing in, and we should have a good race on our hands. I don't know what the only team to not have a Tier 1 is. That would be embarrassing, probably me. But we have multiple races here, many competitive races. Just trying to see if a certain Sleek is in, and he is. So Sleek Mover is the leader of the championship. And obviously it is Australia. It looks dry at the moment. Now, obviously, I don't know the weather forecast. It is one where we could see a bit of rain, but most of the times we do see a dry race. I think the only team trying to look through, so you can see here, everyone's getting their setups on. 18 minutes of qualifying. And hopefully, we will soon be on the way. And as the first car out of the garage is the Williams of Tom, obviously winning track time, and right now I'm going to go through the lap of Albert Park. So Tom is our first one out. I'm just going to set this off. Really sorry, I've just not on this session. So as the just practicing to go through all the gears. And everyone will be going out right now, trying to get a lap in. It's short quality, it's not full quality. Which when a lot of leagues do get this sort of attendance, we do see sometimes full qualifying, but we're just going short today. It looks a bit cloudy actually. I don't know if it's going to rain or not, but you know, that's really nice. Anyway, we're going to take you through a lap of this street circuit. It's a street circuit, there are rules everywhere, and it's quite hard to overtake around here. It's an easy place to overtake. It's got the most DRS zones in the calendar zone. The first one coming up here on the main straight. It's quite along the main straight, what do you think? And the finish line here is quite late on compared to other tracks. It's now. And so this is the first lap. So turn 1 and 2 are kind of like this chicane. A lot of accidents probably happen. We'll see front wheel or two round here. And onto this straight, another DRS zone. And it's a heavy hairpin almost into turn 3. Then left hand into turn 4. This little complex here. And it's red, flat out corner from turn 5 if you do it right. This right hander. And now down here into turn 6. Go straight ahead, make sure to maximise the amount of track to use there. Now another DRS zone here, and there's only 2 detection points, but 4 DRS zones in this circuit. The first detection zone is actually this little chicane. It's very difficult chicane, and you see a lot of accidents if you go too much on that curve. And the second DRS zone here, coming into this one, it's very tight. You can overtake here, but often forces another drive to the track. And now into this right-hander here. And yeah, coming towards the end of the lap now, into this left-hander, and just past the first DRS activation point. And that's this circuit's unique in that. You have 2 DRS zones for each point. So the first lap is a 1:18.05. We also have the alpha male of CRT Jacob, who's also set a lap. And it's 1:17.8. Fortunately retired meanwhile from the session. Benny's got 1:85. We have a yellow flag. I think Cosby actually crashed actually. See if I can get image of it by the other Aston. Don't think I can. We did miss that. Halo's also out. He's also retired. We've got a few yellow flags. Like one's invalidated. He's the only one. He's gone out a bit later than everyone else. what you just got to do, you're 8 of it, get the fastest lap. That's all you got to do. Yeah, the fastest lap in qualifying will win pole, provided anything really does it. I mean, everyone's going to turn on that corner. Let's see how Maui does. So Maui, so around the low 170s, I think 116s, around 165 might be the pole time here. I mean, that is 3 kilos, so we'll see what the pole time is. Here's Kirby. He often likes to start in the back and work his way up, from what I've seen in previous years. It goes into the line, and now straight on. And one thing I like to see now, and we did see this in qualifying quite a lot, is inters in qualifying. We saw it quite a few times. That seems to have phased out this game. Oh, and see, that's how difficult it is. You just a few centimeters off and you're in the gravel. See, oh, that's not the best corner. Still half hours so that. One is also not, so a few late people. So just looking at anyone on a lap. I don't. Tom's improved by 3 tenths. He's going for it. Then he got any OS though, so he must have had a bad first lap. So he's standing at least. See, gonna perfect there. Just takes the right amount of track. He's just gonna commit to this corner. Don't be too much roll down or you will spin, but trying to turn the grass, so easy to get on the grass there. Let's see what time he does. He's barely got any OS. And look at the amount of times he got. It's a very competitive session. As he moves into 6th. Monarch's also going on another lap. You know, he's about a couple hundred. Oh, and it's rain! I just saw raindrops on my visor. I think, lads, that could be it. This could be the standings. Tom is 2 tenths up. Is that going to be enough though? He's pushing. And this is why a lot of people went up very early. I told you it didn't look right. The amount of people. I'll say, oh, it's not going to rain. It rains. We've never had a PAR session without rain. We've never had a race weekend without rain. And I'm always right. Actually, it's Wanted. Can Wanted improve? Could Wanted be the one on pole here? It's got really low fuel, but it doesn't matter. Oh, I think it's too wet. I think it's too wet. See how Tom's doing. And if it is too wet, yeah, it's too wet now. And lads, unless anyone improving, anyone down in like the bottom couple, he's not. And I think that the track's getting wetter. Unless one of these two can improve. Yeah, I think, lads, and because of the rain, Spenny's well low down. He's too wet for him. FL Phoenix also well, and I think, barring any dramatic weather changes, and look at what it is, and that, my friends, I don't think it is premature to say that our grid will be Frisbee in first, one in second, Blonde 5'8", 2'8" in third, one of the reserves actually, taking in a bit of a shock, Cryptic in fourth, Callum in fifth, Tom in sixth, Jacob in seventh, McDonald in eighth, Maffio in ninth. Oh, Spenny! Yeah, it's too wet for inters now. I probably want to get the inters on. We'll see if anyone wants to do a bit of inter practice, but it's too risky to go out now. Just save the tyres. We've got 9 minutes left, and I think we could just relax for the next 9 minutes. We'll see if anyone goes and does any inter practice. I think someone has. You know, give us a little bit of on-track action. Anyone still out? Cryptic's still out. Anyone on sauce will be coming in. And Mr. Kirby has been disqualified from the session. So he will be, he's lost his time, and that's a danger. Staying out, maybe deliberate again. I mean, DOS disabled now, it's way too wet now. And George goes into the pits. Paskers, I don't know what he's doing there. And I think he's going to find out it's an absolute ice rink. He's the only car out. Everyone else is back in the pit. So those are completely the wrong tyres to go out on. Fact is, he probably shouldn't. I think the race will be wet, so this could be absolute carnage. It always is in par. Everyone's going to retire because there's no point going out now. Unless the race is full wet, we might see one or two being on the wet tyres. So it would be a good idea. Sleep the tyres. I mean, it means you'd be wasting, though. You'd be wasting a set of wets, and you can see just how slippery it is. If you want to all the people retire, it is a situation where Pascal's retired on track. Got one car out on the inters though, and that is Deferel Phoenix. We are going to just watch his lap. I mean, I don't know what else I can do. I'm going to show you the pit lane for about an hour. Also Mercedes. Yes, I don't know what Mercedes that is. What the Mercedes light column? They're both out. And yeah, you got 6 minutes. That's your grid. This is just, I guess, just try and get some experience, try and get the right gearing. Where you can get traction, where you can't. I mean, it depends what I think the weather's going to be like. If you're going to use all those inter tyres, you can't. Not really any point in going out. But if you're not, might as well just give it a roll. Try. Got a few cars actually going out. Got a few cars trying out conditions. Matthew, like Gollum, Cryptic, and George. And I'm going to go for about 2 minutes. I'm just going to give you an onboard of Cryptic. Oh, welcome back. And there's not much happening at the moment. We've got one or two cars. We got 1, 2, 3. We've got 5 cars out at the moment. Just getting a bit of into practice for today's race. What do you see? Oh, nice day in Australia. People say it's going to be dry. I've already had a quality ban. I forgot about that. We also got a wet practicer. Some guy wants to practice on the full wets. Sounds pitting on the wets, I think. So that should be interesting. Let's see what's happening here. I don't see one of these blue donuts on the full west. Seems to Gavin not get disqualified. Just waiting for all cars to cross the finish line. There we go. So there is your standings for qualifying. Just gonna scroll down. Let's see, Dalek 18 seconds, got a few with a few bands. Also then got your instant list if you want to appeal any of them. But shouldn't be any problems. Let's get straight into the race. Here we go. It looks beautiful today in Australia. So, should be interesting to see what strategies we see for today's race. Considering most teams have only used one set of softs, that leaves them at least 2 softs to use in today's race if they want to go aggressive. We could see a few soft mediums. This isn't a high wear track. So, I think we could see an entire range of people starting on tyres. And that's the most interesting thing here. Like, we don't know how this is going to be. We don't know how this is going to play out. Sleek is on pole. I think we're 100% sure, unless Sleek gets entangled in something, that he'll probably lead from turn 1. And we are going to go for a race. We're starting racing, lads. Here we go. And here we go. And I think that's Sleek's disconnected. Sleek's disconnected. There's a yellow flag. Go down the order. Oh! Looks like there's something happening in turn 1. There's a lot of field spread. We've only got a 3-second time penalty for Callum. And then it looks like there's a glitch for Sleek. Sleek is still in the lead. There we go. Oh, there's a crash! The wet ball! One of the wet balls has had a crash. And he has lost his front wing. And that is going to completely impact strategy. As he always, mostly starting the mediums today. Starting on the soft, but obviously lost his front wing. Got a lot of things happening. Including a battle for the lead. Drifting. Gone Sleek. I think he's going to take the lead. I think Wadu might go through here. He's watching the battle here. Wadu might see an opportunity, a window. Sleek almost looks vulnerable. They'll pull it off somehow, but already straight up to the straight race. Got 19 drivers. Had a few instances, but it's been a mostly clean start. Didn't know we got rid of formation lap though. So a little bit wide wanted, not the best line. Gosh, we've got positions, changes everywhere. Sleek. Wanted to try, he wants to get ahead. He's on the mediums, all on the same tyres. Jacob meanwhile. Now Jacob's got a tyre advantage over all these. Maybe team orders from the Alfa Romeo department here. You know, Jacob's on the soft. And Ron is on the mediums. So let him pass. I think, you know, if you want to, just let him go and let him attack. And then once he gets through, and I think that's what they're going to do here. So let him through. He's going to attack Sleek, which is the sensible thing to do. And there's a few cars all over the track. George is out. And there's a virtual safety car. There's been a crash. VSC. As you can see, damage all over. I was down the field. George didn't have a great start. And we had a few pitting. Like Gollum and Silent, both pitting on the first lap. And we're now with a VSC. Anyone going to pit? I don't think they will. We're only 2 laps in. I'll support him. We get a good start. Let's see. And here we go. We're going back. DRS enabled. As you see, the field is very... And here we go. Jacob on streak. Is he going to go for it? I don't think he can. Alex has a 3-second time penalty. Down in 16th. At the moment, most of the teams still in it. Everyone from 14 up could still technically win this. Actually, anyone can win this. Except for George, who's DNF. So we'll never know. There you go, DRS. Well, they've all got DRS. Quick could be runnable here. 3,000! Oh, that could be damage for Jacob. Got it, all have DRS. Is Sweet gonna try and move? Critic defends down the inside. And almost sends into the gravel, and Jacob goes through. I'm not sure Sweet's gonna be happy with that one. Well, Lon is losing a lot of positions. Like going through some of the penalties and last, so it doesn't really matter, but now Jacob, one thing to lose with soft tires on his feet, Richard's just gonna have to let him go. He played really well, but those soft tires are only gonna last so long. Now Richard's having to go at 3 times. And the top 7 are all within a second of each other. Felix has got 3 seconds. We're getting a few penalties. Needs to be careful. Don't go over the white lines too many times. So go over it twice, but not 3 times. You get 2 opportunities. Do it third. Just get 3 times of the race. You get a penalty. As the Matthew and all the Hatters is really close to one of these Aston Martins here. Like got the fastest lap of the race. Doing a lot more than that though, because he wants to go back into contention. And look at this, it's a DOS train here. BRP Jacobs has to clear it. Quick Stick isn't fast enough, we've got a yellow flag. One of the Alpha Towers has had a bit of an off. Oh, that was close. Must have just had a little spin. Just join at the back of his queue. Don't think he's got too much damage. BRT Jacobs got a penalty! And that's the risk, and I believe it's a 3-second time penalty. Yeah, so, and that's what I mean. Often in these races, the winner is the one who has the least penalties. I wish it wasn't that way. Paolo gets past Prodigy. And now just less incentive, and we got another crash at turn 1. One of the Alpines, and it is Prodigy hitting the wall. Looks like his front wheel's still intact. He'll get going. Yeah, a lot way behind though. And Jacob now, and look at this. Look at the queue here. And this is a DOS train. Tom N 2004. Like everyone. This is going to be strategy now. Look at Jacob. He's got to hope these others get 3-second timers. He's got to clean the rest of the race. You can get away with one sometimes. I think Dallas getting another one. Just because of nature, you know, he's probably going to go over 3 times during the race. He's going to make 3 mistakes. It's hard not to do it. Unless you're like to sleep or... And like Collins was tied on track. That's a bit naughty. From Light Gollum. That is a penalty nowadays. You can't do that. And Critic is gaining. He's not going to make the move. He knows he's got a 3-second time penalty. How you got a race will go green all the way through there? Not when the cars are this tightly packed. You know, all it takes is one opportune move. That's the thing. Right now, got to think about safety cars as well. Because it is highly likely that we've got a DRS train from 1st to 7th. The energy always got a bit wide, and that's going to allow Quick to be a little chance. This stock may be going off now. By the last in, about the time they start to go off. It's going to get DRS, and I think it's going to get past. And then Sleek. Sleek might have a go here. I think it's going to be sensible though. And get him maybe here. There we go, he went up Denny DOS, super unique, and yeah, that was biggest crash. Tom, signing off. Well, we do miss that, I do apologise. I know they sleep right side by side with Jacob. Oh, he's trying to find a nose, he's got to get past. Oh, that was frightening from sleep. Only gave me a heart attack. Again, due to that little snap, he doesn't have enough pace. And look how far the road twisting is. He's going to break through. He needs to get it done here. Both off the other. Callum's retired. It's been a crash. And that is a safety car. That is straight into the barriers. The safety car is out. And Slake is still behind Jacob. Oh, progeny. See that. Serious crash from the house. And so we are deploying the safety car, and a couple of them will talk about the pit now. Basically a free pit stop for these guys. Side's gone past. Gonna get the hards on. Might as well. And now the question, do you pit? I mean, surely to Jacob you pit for hard. And Cryptid's got a free... What penalties he got? Got a 3-second time penalty. And this is all going in Sleep's favour. It's 1.6 already. But he's still got Ronald, Blum, Mafio, Paolo to contend with. We're going to reset here after the hazard crash. And this pit's still down a lot. Well, now, what are we going to do? Who's going to pick? Cryptic picks. Jacob picks. And everyone's going to pick now. This is where it gets interesting. What's going to happen? The McLaren pits on the hards. The Alfa Romeo pits on the mediums. Sleek also pits on the hards. And look at these, all of them coming into the pit, pitting on fresh tyres under the safety car. A lot of hard runners. Matthew over the source, that's a curious and aggressive decision. Prodigy's also on the softs. Got a few gamblers on the softs here. Kirby's the only one that stays out. I'm not sure what the thought process behind that one is. And Silence also stays out. Most of the field, although we do have one stay out. Moldy, from what the Alpha Tauri, has decided to stay out on the 7 lap on mediums. I mean, if you're Sleep, if you're BRT Jacob, mediums to go 20 laps, that's a massive stretch. You know, you're going to ask for a lot. Mafio softs 20 laps, that's just no chance of that happening. Same with Progeny, there's no chance of medium softs going 20 laps. Kirby will have to pick. The hard one is, they're not, I mean, could hard last 20 laps? I think they could. I think they could. The hard definitely could last 20 laps or more. Mediums, again, slightly dodgy. And was Blonde originally on the mediums? Or was he on the softs? Might have been on the hards. So I don't know. I'm going to check that. So, yeah, Blonde was on the hard, so that's why he's fit on the mediums. And I think that's a massive risk to fit on the mediums. And we'll get going next lap. I mean, penalties not too many around the field. 2 seconds. You know, it's not much in the massive scale things. But ultimately, the Curry does go to the pits. I think he kind of needed to a bit earlier. Goes into the hards. He will be changing his front wing, so something must have happened under the safety car. So everyone has pitted except for Silence, who's right down there, and Mouldy, and this is interesting. Because Mouldy has 8 lap mediums, Cryptic is a lap hold hard. This is going to get annoying for the field. I feel. This is what you don't like to see. When someone with old tyres stays out, takes the lead away, because you know it's just going to cause mayhem. If I knew you have an entire myth, it's like having a little strategy, but see here, most people are kind of on the same strategy. Matthew needs another stop, Moldy needs another stop. The medium runners might be able to get away with it, the hards will go to the end though. However, I would not discount a late safety car in this race, judging by how this race has gone. Safety car will be in this lap, so we're going to see how Maldi directs it. He's not really, this isn't really his position, he's normally towards the bottom end of the midfield. So this is the first time I think I've seen him lead a safety car restart. And obviously this is quickest tier in par, so these guys are very experienced compared to some of our other tiers. That doesn't mean they could just be just as impatient. Believe me, we've seen instances in this tier. Here we go. And he's gone. And as it is chaos. It is absolute chaos behind Maldi. The Alfa Romeo's going for... Oh, that's on the cross. And here we go, restart. Sleek's gone. And, oh, Blonde's going to try and Sleek. Oh, that's a dive bomb and a half. And as he tried well on the outside, and this is what I mean, this is where it turns to chaos. And Sleek's got to yield. This is aggressive from the field. I fear it's like M&T. Sleek lets him go, and he lets the Haas go as well. And as it's all kicking off here. The two, and look at this, 3 wide, that's not gonna work. Sleek's getting gobbled up. And look at this. Oh, have you got a feeling someone's gonna... Oh, that was close from the Williams. Jacob and Moldy are battling for the lead, but this is chaos. We've got some... Oh, that's dirty from the Aston there. And you see, it is absolute chaos. We've got people in the gravel, and Sleek is right out of position. That's good. Side by side. Moldy. Something's happened with Moldy. Moldy just lap all fires. And Jacob is the lead. And as you see, it is absolute chaos here. And look at this. Oh. Oh, that's... Look at this. Side by side. Really good battle. And then Alpine. Gradually. We've got an Alpine going down the inside. And as you see... They are getting as close together as you possibly can. It is old school racing down here. I don't know how we haven't had a massive crash yet. And everyone calm down. No, they have not. They're going for it. Here we go. There's an Alpine. And we've got a feeling... I mean, we're only on lap 11, so... I know it's going to happen on lap 30 when all this settles out. We've also got a battle ahead. Got a few battles. And Moldy dropping down the order. He's going to have to pit. And this is what I mean, the chaos it causes. The DRS next lap, thankfully. And Blonde is in the net lead of this race, by the way. The Aston Martin Sleek's had a terrible couple of corners on the restart. And now DRS enabled. So here we go. Next DRS protection zone, we're gonna have DRS. Look how close he is. The Cryptic. Cryptic's over a second away. So Blonde's got DRS, Cryptic isn't. Blonde's going to send it. Oh, that was an impressive move on Sleek. That Cryptic did. Probably moving the season. I thought I was going to crash, but managed to put it off. Now, he won't get it done here unless he has a humongous pace advantage. I think he has. He's going to go down the inside, actually. A back with a very good engine there. And he's going to DRS here, just as I meant that. And now, Maffio on the soft. He's not going to last the whole race. Probably gamble, waiting for the next safety car. Now he's dropping further down the order. Silence also down there. I think is Maffio going to try it, and if Blom needs to push now, he needs to get within that DRS range. Here we go, Maffio. I think probably we race towards DRS. Although it looks like we just raced all of this. He needs a bit to get past it. Don't forget, we are to Jacob, and look at that, Jacob is now in the DRS range. So could Blom take the lead here? And by the way, I will claim his Aston Martin points if he does win. You can be assured of that one. They're both medium runners. However, I don't think purple sector 1. So I know it's a 3-second time penalty all the way down in 15th. I think BRT Jacob's got a lot less downforce. Actually, ahead of the section, but Cal's got a 3-second penalty, and this is what I mean. Get 1 3-second penalty, it's not the end of the world. I love how close Maffio is to Cryptic. Is he going to have a go? I think he decided against it. Now Blom needs to stay in with that DRS zone. So just do that. He's got DRS, which is all that matters. When you get DRS, you can tell the attack. They've all used their DRS, by the way. So I have another 2-second penalty. Unfortunately, he's trying to use his tyres. A little battle going on for ninth here. And again, everyone's settled down now. We've got, everyone's where they're supposed to be. Maffio is currently racing. Oh, that was close. And Sleek's just got past Talo. Talo's binned it! I think he's going to be able to get going. He's in neutral. He's going to wait for some cars to go by. The first gear now. As he's disqualified from the session for being parked in a dangerous location. So he is out of this race. Oh dear me. I think this game might be glitching. That's not Tano, by the way. By the way, Blonde is very close to Jacob now. That one is really close to Maffio. Now Maffio's on the stop, but they're worn out now. Those cars starting to come in. Fleet's probably right up, so he needs to make this move. Okay, oh, little switch there. And Maffio won't have DRS. And look at that, one is messed up. And now, Fleet Mover is going to prey on that. And he's running that. Bye-bye, mate. Fleet overtakes one into fifth. And Blonde has just got past Jacob. Okay, Jacob fight back here. I don't think he can. And Blonde can now wreck his leg. He's in prime position to win this race. Got no penalties. He doesn't need to stop again. And the faster tyre. And silent to side. Silent to silent. And we've got a VSC. We're just going to see what happened here. And look at that. DNF for silent. And we've got a few in the pits. The soft runners are now in the pits. Going on to the mediums, we presume. Quite a few under this VSC. everyone that needs to pit is now on the pit lane. So it's a VSC, don't forget. Now we've got everyone in the order. Everyone can make it to the end now. So be careful not to speed on the VSC. That is one thing you have got to be vital of. And as we are go, we are green. As the Blonde gets a good restart. However, Cryptic and Jacob are side by side here. Cryptic going for the move. And there is Blonde. And look at this. Here we go. Ooh, and I think Cryptic has to back out of that. Here we go, Jacob. Wants to secure pressure. Blonde, I imagine, into some sort of mistake. Now breaks itself, and that allows Cryptic through. And look at this. Guess who it is? It is Sleek. Well, these guys are battling. Sleek is just catching up and up and up. He's on the hards. Blonde's on the mediums. They both don't have penalties. And look at this. Cryptic going really defensive into turn one. Oh, kicking off. Look at this. And Blonde's now in a situation where everyone behind him is DOS. Phoenix a long way behind. So these, why if we get involved here if we can just go a bit faster. Catch up to the back of these. Oh, it's crashed! Jacob has crashed and lost his front wing. And that's a yellow flag. Loads of debris. He's going to make it back. But that is going to ruin his whole race. He just lost it there. And that is him effectively out of this race. That is such a bummer. He was in such a good position. Now Cryptic and Blonde. Cryptic's going to try and make the move. And is Blonde going to fight this? I don't think so. Oh, he is. I think he thinks better of it. Oh, there's a DRS down here. If he can get close enough, he might not have to move at turn one. Look at that. Look at, this is two experts here. Two people who's back to win this race. Sweet and Wanted. Blonde's not going to try here. He's a bit too far away. The fact is, let's see, he can't get past Blonde if he has DRS. Needs to hope that McLaren somehow disappears. And the thing is, and I go Jacob into the risk, and that's going to ruin his entire race due to that accident. And that, my friends, is how a race can turn from great to nightmare in a couple of seconds. Now it's long to have a try here. You've seen the pace he's got on the straight. Matthew's got a 3-second time over, but round the outside, Blonde goes and takes the position. Now, Sleep knows he needs to get McLaren. And he knows there's an Alfa Romeo about right behind him who will punish any sort of mistake. He knows the McLaren's a 3-second penalty. But ultimately, he needs to get past McLaren with any chance of catching up to the Aston. And these four are playing a game of cat and mouse. Oh, this Cryptic's really close. One is really close. And if you're Cryptic, try and push Blonde into a mistake. Might as well, you know, might as well just go as fast as you can. No point in conceding. Yes, he's got a 3-second time penalty, but and Thomas has overtaken F12 Phoenix for 5th. He might get involved. 4 seconds. You know he is a very, very good driver. Wouldn't surprise me if we see him later in the race if these guys keep battling. Here we go, Cryptic's got a really good one here. And now those cards, we've got 10 laps to go. We've got a yellow flag. Phoenix is crashed. And looks like something's happened. There's pieces of front wing on the track. And in a while, Cryptic goes past. And I feel like this is just going to become a thing. They're just going to trade positions with each other. It's beneficial. All the while, Tom's 5.6. He's lost a lot of time. Why would he use that accident? Has Tom got any damage? That's the question. Kirby has just been overtaken by Prodigy. Those two going under a battle. Don't forget, Prodigy has the mediums. So he's a Mafia as well. So Prodigy's going to be on a battle here. Now again, it's been a case. Blonde will... The next time I go round, Blonde, at the next chance he can, will take the position. Which will leave Sleep unable to get any sort of momentum on drifting. And Phoenix goes into pits. Obviously it's got wing damage after that crash. And we have 14 cars still in the running here. But this is the lead battle because about 4 cars. Guilty Jacob meanwhile gets the fastest lap. All might not be over. He might still be able to salvage something, but currently Mafia gets ahead of Tom. Mafia's got those mediums on, don't forget. But near mediums, he might not go. And I see there, Blonzel struggling against McLaren. He couldn't get past this lap. And Jacob's retired. So it's happened to Jacob. And there is a safety car on lap side, and that is a big crash. That's a big crash from Jacob. And look at that. And that is going. And they're all in pits. Cryptic, Blonde, Sleep. And they're all going onto the soft compound. Wanted. And if you thought the last restart was chaos, now this is what I'm talking about. Tom goes into the pits. Everyone in the pits for soft lads. Anyone going to take a gamble? Mr. Kirby's going to take the gamble. Oh, that's worrying. Don't do that, Kirby. Spenny goes into the pits. Anyone who thinks they might win, everyone's going to the pits. And Kirby right in the midfield, that's going to cause carnage. One is left the session. It does Phoenix going to be, so he's got a lot of penalties. He's going to stay on as well. No point in going in for fresh softs. Alex is going to stay out. Kirby, I don't know why Kirby's staying out. You know he's going to be a sitting duck here. He's just going to pee everyone off. Yes, and here we go. Here we go. This is what we're all talking. If you thought the last restart was chaos, and Spenny's one warning from then, so 1 and 4, and we're under safety car now. They're bunching the field up, and now anyone in the top 6, anyone has a chance to win this. This will be elbows out until we get to the checkered flag. No strategy. However, Blonde, the people without penalties are Blonde, Sleep, Wanted, Tom, and Kirby goes into the pits now. He realised what's about to happen. He took a little bit of gamble there. Doesn't lose much. A little bit of relief. Although, Kirby sucks. That could work out. There's Alex. Alex has got new guys. But penalties now. That'll be a little bit more informative. He has a 3-second time penalty in 9th. In 10th, Phoenix. 40 has 6 seconds. Alex has And that is cold heavy there. The safety car in his lap, that's really new to him now. Restart. Everyone on new tyres. It'll be. If that's here we go. 3-second time penalty. Not going to help see. That's going to really help Blonde though. If you didn't message me with. I'm on the outside running. They might go 3 wide here. And look at this. 2 wide. This is. And look at this. It's McCall. And that's going to invite the red ball. And these. As a Haas goes round. Haas gets tired. Right, we apologise. And Mr. Kirby's retired as well in the pit lane, so we've got 11 runners left. In this track, Blonde leads by 6/10. You think he's done. But this is Sleek we're talking about. Can he hold off Sleek for 5 more laps? Crossley's got a 3-second. Everyone in the field's got one, except for Tom, Sleek and Blonde. And this is what I mean. Races are often decided by penalties. Sleek leads to, and now this is the race for the lead. Sleek, and we've got a yellow flag. Maffio, obviously spun. There can still be a safety car this late, don't forget. We have seen safety cars this late before. Here we go, Sleek mover, fastest lap. That is ominous. That's not what you want to see. Because Blonde knows full well what's going to happen here. And it's what Sleek has shown all year. But the fact is, whenever he's having a below average race, he can always pull it back. And unless, and Chris has got another 3 seconds, that rules him out completely. That's going to be beneficial to Wally. He won't get on the podium here. Tom's a bit too far away to benefit from any of this. Now, Sleek's got DOS. Chris, Wally overtakes Chris anyway, so. We've got a progeny, a previous tier 2, he's P5 at the moment. And Blonde's got a 3 seconds! Blonde has a 3 seconds, and that might just have thrown away the race for Blonde. And unless Sleek makes any sort of mistake, which we know is very unlikely, this is Sleek's race to win unless something happens. And that's what, and now, I mean, not too much risk for Blonde doing that, but one is the fastest lap. maybe one could put some pressure on Sleek here. You know, he needs 3 seconds now. I know Sleek still needs to overtake. I mean, Vaughan can still back him up. There could be some dodgy tactics here. One blonde if he's smart. I think that's the go. But I imagine Wide will want that position. There you go, CRS. CRS. Sleek will want it. Oh, it's wanted. Oh, that's close! Oh, they really... And that's the sort of thing that could happen. I think the only thing Blonde has to right now just try and fend from... Could be... Place, that was quick. Now. And it's slipping away from him. Oh, there's a yellow flag, sector 3. One that passes in the barrier, and then front wing. Everywhere. And he's retired from session on track. So we've got 10 cars left. And 1 inch to it. Now 6. Oh! And that was frightening. I can think of a few scenarios here. But Sleek surely has this in the bag. Keep it clean. Phoenix overtakes the Ferrari of Spenny. Spenny gets another 6 seconds, so that's instantly worked off of Phoenix. Largely doing really well. And there's Wanted on the McLaren, and this is it. And Sleek goes past! And this is surely Sleek's race again. And I don't think Blonde's going to challenge that too much. It's like watching Max Verstappen. Unless he can do something. But it doesn't matter if you overtake him. There's only 3 seconds in Sleek in a lap. In 2 laps. Only way he pressurizes him for mistake. I think Sleek will know that. Question is, would Sleek let him through? That's the thing. Like, surely if you're in pressure, like, just let him through. He won't catch 3 seconds. He won't. I think Blonde's being quite cautious here. Sleek's backing them up almost. Absolutely, the order is really terrible at the moment. And Les Blonde does something. It's got the OS here, he might try and over an overtake. But the only thing he can really do, of any effect, is maybe back him up. I hope Wanted has some sort of collision. I think it's the only thing I can feel like working. I mean, Wanted might have a go here, you know. I think Wanted's quite smart enough. I think it's the only thing he can really do. Tom gets mouldy, by the way. I think not bad over there. Because he knows he's not going to get 3 seconds unless he thinks that he can protest it. Here we go, final lap of the Australian Grand Prix. Could he back him up? What's going to happen? Any more surprises in this final lap? And one more on track, but he's not going to really due to that 3-second penalty he has. And if you're my honest take, the fact that every single person's got a penalty today, apart from 2 drivers, just maybe. However, I mean, if Ron wants this win, you know, if he could protest it, he might try and keep the position. He's not going to let him pass. He knows that there might be a protest. Tom and Baldy still battling. Don't know why. Nobody else protest 9 seconds. We've got a yellow flag, sector 3. Ladies Baldy in the wall. And that could be our last retirement from this race. Dennis is just as far behind. But here we go. Lond will get the win on track. Unless Sleek's got anything to do about it. Lond will get the win on track, but Sleek gets the win. 1 in 3rd, Roger 4th, Twisted 5th, Phoenix 6th, Benny will get 7th. However, look at this. Tom gets 6th. Phoenix 7th, Benny 8th. I'll be Mouldy 9th and Dalex 10th. And driver today goes to Prodigy. And there it is, Sleek again. And this is what I mean, this is how Sleek wins his races. Just stay clean, stay out of trouble. And, you know, if you could do that, then you win races, and this is what Sleek's been doing. He's not necessarily been the fastest, but he's been the most consistent. He's been one of the least amount of penalties, and that is what's winning in points ultimately. As these are your driver standings. This is a long list, by the way, and that has glitched out. So you know, we've had so many instances that it has glitched out. Just in case there is something that he wants to protest, I will go through here. So 2 warnings on the first lap. So that's his only penalty if he does want proof of that. But ultimately, see it. Absolute chaos race. 2 stop for most of the field. And I hope to see you again soon.